Good morning, students. Myself, Dr. Monica Khetarpal. I am Associate Professor of Physics in Government Dungar College, Bikaner. In my lecture series of MSc Final Physics, today I am going to discuss the thermal property of superconductors. In my last lecture, we have discussed three thermal properties of superconductors. The properties were entropy, specific heat, and thermal conductivity. We have shown that when a superconductor is cooled below the critical temperature, its entropy decreases. As we know that entropy is a measure of disorder of the system. More entropy, more disorder. Hence, this decrease in entropy shows that superconducting state is more ordered than the normal state. The second property which we have already discussed was specific heat. We have shown the variation of electronic component of specific heat with temperature. And we have shown that at T equal to Tc, there is a discontinuity in the specific heat curve, which suggests that it is a second order transition. And the third property which we discussed was thermal conductivity. We have shown that in the superconducting state, the thermal conductivity is lower as compared to normal state. Now, another property which I am going to discuss today is acoustic attenuation. For this purpose, what I am considering that we are taking a superconductor and we are passing a sound wave, or we can say a ultrasonic wave, through this superconductor. Now, as the wave passes through it, its positive and negative ions gets displaced. What does this mean? These positive ions and negative ion displacement, as we know, it is equivalent to the development of electric field E. And to every electric field, there is an energy associated. That means when a sound wave passes through a superconductor, electric field generates, and with this electric field, we have an energy. This energy is absorbed by conduction electrons which are at the Fermi surface. Hence, the incoming wave loses its energy as it passes through superconductor. With loss of energy, it decreases its amplitude. That means there is a loss in the energy of wave. This loss of ultrasonic wave or sound wave is termed as ultrasonic or acoustic attenuation. Attenuation means loss. Now I am comparing the ultrasonic attenuation coefficient of superconductor with a normal material. For this purpose, I am denoting, let alpha n2 be the ultrasonic attenuation coefficient for normal state. And similarly, for superconducting state, I am taking alpha s as the attenuation coefficient. Here it is important that temperature is between 0 to Tc, because above it the material will become normal. The ratio of these two attenuation coefficients, that is alpha s to the alpha n, is given by the relation equal to 2 upon 1 plus exponential delta upon kBT. Now I am considering a temperature range which is very low. As temperature is low, the factor delta upon kBT will be large. Hence, exponential value which is in the denominator will be very much greater than 1. so that we can neglect 1 as compared to this exponential term. So our expression will become alpha s to the alpha n is equal to 2 exponential minus delta upon kBt. The variation of alpha s upon alpha n, the ratio of two attenuation coefficients with temperature, I have plotted on x-axis T upon Tc. This T upon Tc equal to 1 means this is the critical temperature. Variation shows a curve which is continuously increasing as temperature increases from 0 to Tc. Here I am substituting in this expression T approaching to be 0. Since T approaches 0, so this value becomes exponential minus infinity, which is 0. That means ultrasonic attenuation for superconductor approaches 0. This is evident from the graph. This means that when a sound wave passes through a superconductor, it will lose its energy. This energy is absorbed by electrons, conduction electrons. This loss of the energy will be termed as ultrasonic attenuation. Now I am moving over to the another important property of superconductor, which is the energy gap. As we know that there are metals, insulators and semiconductors. We have heard about energy gap in these materials. You all must be knowing that in insulators, what is the energy gap? In insulators, metals and semiconductors, there are two types of bands. The lower being the valence band and the upper being the conduction band. And between them, there is a gap which is termed as energy gap. This forbidden gap is the energy gap. In insulators, this gap prevents the flow of electrons because in insulators there is a very large gap between valence band and conduction band. In semiconductors, if somehow we make electrons free from valence band so that they can cover this gap, that means they can jump from valence band to the conduction band so that they are available free for flow of conduction, then only electrical current will flow. In semiconductors, if energy is added to lift electron from valence band to conduction band, then current can flow. But in our case, that is in superconductors, current flow despite the presence of this gap. This energy gap has no effect on the behavior of special electrons that carry current in superconductors. Now I am depicting by figure this energy gap in a superconductor. This energy gap in superconductor is surrounded around the Fermi level. The electrons in excited state above the gap behave as normal electrons. The presence of this energy gap in superconductor, it has been confirmed by electron tunneling observation experiments which was carried out by Javier, and many other experimental determination has been done to prove the presence of this gap. From these experiments which were carried out and comparison with the theory, it has been found that this gap, which is denoted by Eg, has a value equal to 2B KB Tc, and this gap can be written as equal to 2 delta. Here KB is Boltzmann constant, Tc is the critical temperature, B is constant. From here the value of 2B will be equal to Eg upon KB Tc. This energy gap will be maximum at T equal to 0, and at temperature T equal to Tc, this energy gap will vanish. Why? Because here the material has become a normal material. And the value of this constant 2B has been found to be about 3.5. This delta, it is temperature dependent. As I have already stated, it is maximum at T equal to 0 and it vanishes at T equal to Tc. The variation of delta with temperature is depicted here. It is maximum at T equal to 0 and let it be equal to delta 0, and at Tc, since material becomes normal, this delta vanishes. In my previous lecture, I have shown the variation of electronic component of heat capacity with temperature. We have shown that at T equal to Tc, there is an abrupt jump in the electronic component of heat capacity. And the electronic component of heat capacity has the form exponential minus delta upon kBT. This abrupt jump in heat capacity is an indication of existence of finite energy gap in superconductors. This energy gap has also been confirmed by Bardeen, Cooper and Schrieffer, which has proposed an important theory of superconductivity named as BCS theory of superconductivity. So these are important thermal properties of superconductors. Superconductor have a behavior which is different below Tc, and above Tc the behavior of these properties is completely different, because the nature of the material is totally different. A single temperature differentiates these two types of material, one being the normal material, that is above Tc, and one being the superconductor, that is below Tc. I hope you must have understand what I taught you today. Thank you students for watching.